Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, that's a great way to start the season. You want to know what you're always looking for every week, but especially the first week.
It sure is, Don. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize, the pressure and the anxiety that the coaches and players feel leading up to the first game at this level, especially because you just don't know how it's going to go. You have no clue how good you are. You don't know anything about your opponent. So it's really a relief just to get it over.
We're posting rosters late on on Wednesday, so teams don't even know who's on the other squad is.
Right.
There's all that stuff going on. And I know this week was extra tough because of Marcus and what the team's been through. How did y'all deal with that this week?
There's a lot of emotions anyway with it being the first week, of the year. Everybody's excited and ready to get out there and go live. And then we get the devastating news Sunday night. Now I got that news when I was walking off the field from practice Sunday night, and it just a sinking feeling in your stomach. Marcus was just a great young man, just a big smile. I mean, really big smile. He just beamed, when he was smiling, and it seemed like he always had a smile on his face. And he was a great player too. We're going to miss him, in a bunch of ways. But my heart goes out to his family. My heart goes out to our players who had a good relationship with him. So just something that is unexpected, and he'll be in our thoughts all year.
His dad, Bubba's a former co-worker of mine, so we send them a lot of love, him and Daphne and all that family. There were a lot of them here at the game tonight. We're going to talk about the game offensively, over 500 yards, almost 550 yards, I think. What were y'all able to do today?
I thought we threw the ball well really early. We were able to, I thought our protection was really good early in the game. We got a big, strong offensive line. They held up. And then, at some point, Don, East Mississippi decided they were just going to sell out, and start bringing everybody. And our momentum stopped, but we were still able to make big plays, kind of like we're supposed to in that situation. You're not going to be consistent. You're going to have to make some third downs. You're going to have to shake loose from man-to-man coverage. And I thought, we did that. We could have scored, probably one more down here in the red zone before halftime. I'm a little disappointed in that.
Then I thought the running game took over late. Allen Woods was really good in the second half. I think he had 3 touchdowns in the third and very early into the fourth quarter. What did you see out of him?
I'm not surprised. We don't get a chance to go live a whole lot in training camp, but the times that we did, you kind of saw him flash. You saw tonight, he's not necessarily the biggest or the fastest, but he does great balance and great vision, and you don't get to see that unless you're in live drills. And so I kind of felt like we were going to see that tonight. I didn't know it was going to be quite that good, though. He had a great game.
2 yards short of 100, but, for all intents and purposes, that was a 100-yard night, and he had a big play there at the end that really helped ice it. Defensively, they were able to move the ball early, and y'all were able to kind of get things choked down. What was the difference there?
I don't know, Don. I want to watch the film. I thought, you got to give East Mississippi credit. That offensive line's big and strong. They have a Division I transfer at quarterback. They have a Power 4. They have 2 Power 4 capable receivers out there on the outside. So they had talent. We knew they would be tough to stop. We made some adjustments. I think really our players just got up to game speed is the simple way to say it.
Yeah, sometimes, again, in camp, you don't really go live like you used to back in the old days, and so everybody's got to kind of dial it up, I think.
Yep, that's right. And again, you just don't know what you're going to get.
What does that win mean for y'all in the big picture?
I don't want to put too much on it. If we had lost this game, we still have to come in tomorrow and approach next week the same. So it's a great win. They're a quality opponent for sure. We're always tickled to death to win, but it's one win. We got 8 more in the regular season. This conference tough. This side of the conference especially is tough. So we've got our work cut out for us, but I would rather fix these mistakes with a good feeling in our heart right now with the victory.
This will be your first, game-to-game part of the season. You got a bunch of new guys who'll have to make that adjustment. What will y'all be concentrating on for Delta next week?
We've got to get more guys ready. Coming into the first game as an experienced junior college coach, I know your sophomores are going to be the ones that you really have to rely on. I thought you saw that play out tonight, especially with Mason and Tyler in the passing game. We've got to get more guys up to their level. And they're capable of doing it, and we have talent. But we just got to kind of get over that freshman freshness, I guess, and more. I think we have a lot more guys that can contribute. I think you'll see more guys touch the ball, more guys on defense making plays, and we've got to kind of accelerate that as coaches if possible.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Don.
Here on the field with running back Allen Woods. Allen, you had a great night tonight. 2 yards short of 100, but 3 touchdowns. What was working for y'all tonight?
We just practiced hard. We grinded for 8 long weeks, and we attacked every day, and we came out more than prepared. So my offensive line did what they had to do. I did what I had to do, and we ended up making plays.
I think y'all only had 19 yards rushing in the first half, but things kind of opened up for you in the second half. Did y'all make any adjustments, or just the way the game flowed?
I think it was just the way the game flowed. We kept clawing at them, and we kept running hard. That's all it was, protecting the ball, running hard, and we ended up making plays.
What happened on your long touchdown run?
My O-line, they did their job. I did my job. Ended up making the play. I really don't remember. Everything happened so fast. But yeah, I couldn't do it without my front five, so I appreciate them. I thank them after every play. I thank them because if they do their job, I do my job. We're going to end up making plays. So,
well, it happened quick, but you were way out in front of everybody. You're about 10 yards clear, and you almost slowed up a little bit too much, but you were having fun down there. I know sometimes you get locked in on the offense. What'd you see from the regulators tonight?
I think we could have had a little bit better calls on our side. They got to being chippy towards the end. But what I did, I just tried to keep my guys, help them keep their composure so we can finish the game out. We did our job, and they just wanted to get us out of character. So I just wanted them to stay locked in and finish the game. So
Landon Varnes had a big night too. I mean, and that always helps when you can be balanced like that. What did you see from the passing game, Landon and Mason and Tyler?
I couldn't do it without them. They came out, they started fast, and with them making their plays, I was able to. Of course, that opened the run game for me. So big shout out to them. Landon, he had a nice play where he scrambled and threw it to Mason. I was on the sideline shocked. It was a great play. So yeah, them making plays opened up the run game for me, and I ended up doing what I did. So yeah.
They made the same kind of play last year against Jones, threw a touchdown pass to win it. So that was very reminiscent of that. He's got that escapability. Congratulations, Alan. Good job.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Here on the field with Picayune's own Jabari McWilliams. Jabari, it was a great night tonight. The regulators really stepped up as the game went along. What did you guys get done as you got into the second quarter, I think?
First quarter, his his first game of football is going to start off a little slow, but we knew that wasn't going to keep us down, man. We made another game plan, and we went around it, and we executed the game plan.
I know this is a tough week for y'all, especially in the D-line room with Marcus, his accident and all. How did y'all cope with that this week?
We put everything into Marcus this week. When we found out Sunday he had passed on the way back, only thing we could think of is when his eye, you know what I'm saying? We never know when the next day is, so we were going to take it day by day. And today we took it day by day and came out with the win for Marcus.
You had 4 total tackles. You also had a strip, a fumble recovery, and a return. Miles Salisbury jacked up your highlight a little bit running into me on the sideline. But what happened on that play?
Coach Schufeld called Healer. He'll tell you like I tell you. I was looking at the sideline like, Healer without no tight end? And he was like, yes, sir. And I did what he told me to do. He put me in the right spot, and I made a good play.
You play running back in your past life? Because you got a little rumble in you.
Nah, I ain't never play. I played a little tight end, but I ain't never played no running back.
What does tonight say about the regulators?
The regulators, we brotherhood. We seen we was they scored 14 fast on us, but you see we kept our head into it. You could tell that we was together as a brother, as a one, and we just went out there and never gave our head down, kept our heads up, and you see what happened after that.
I always ask the defensive guys what they saw from the offense. What'd you see from Landon and Allen and all those big boys up front?
Oh, we can't ask for nothing more. We can't ask for nothing more. They did what they were supposed to do. A wonderful day for the offense today. Man, Tyler Henderson, he's real deal. Man, the offense is real deal, man. And defense, we came along with them, so it was a group effort. The offense did their thing.
Congratulations, Jabari. Good to talk with you here, and maybe you get another run, and maybe you can sneak across the goal line next time.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting that goal line. I'm getting that boss. I'm getting that box.
Good job, JB.